right now. I'm in Malibu at this property that we've been spending the last 6 months getting ready.
Oh,
So,
good.
I thought it would be further along, kind of like success. You think you're going to be at one place sooner than you get there, and there's all these difficulties and disappointments and discouragements along the way and setbacks, which is part of the game, I guess.
It's good to have you, and thank you for joining us for this conversation today. Thank you, Dr. Cheryl. Let me get on with Grant. So,
of course.
Yeah. So my first question, because this is just like a chat, and then we'll let you go because you're busy. So my first question will be, who is Grant Cardone? I mean, aside the $8 billion and success in real estate, deep down, who is Grant Cardone?
Deep down, look, I'm like everybody else, right? So I was raised by a single mother. So I have a big connection with communities and people that have that in common, where there was no dad in the household. My dad died when I was 10 years old, had a tremendous impact on my life, losing my father. And a lot of people lose their dads in different ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my dad, I lost my dad, who was, really a hero figure to me. When you're 10 years old, you're looking to your parents. Probably all kids are looking to whoever's taking care of them as the guiding light. In my case, my father had great work ethic. I was telling my wife and my kids this weekend, I'm so blessed to have been taught how to work. My dad, he believed work was a gift. He liked to work. He enjoyed work. I hear so many people today talk about work as though it's a terrible thing, but it was a gift. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. I'm on this project right now, and I'm helping out the other workers that we've hired that have skills that I don't have. And I'm out picking stuff up, cleaning stuff, brooming stuff. And there's something to me very spiritual about work, about starting an activity, seeing it not go the way you want it to, keeping the vision of how you want it to be. It could be raking the leaves, cleaning the trash, cleaning up a kitchen, or doing a big project. It's all the same. It's just work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say just work, but the truth is work is really, and a lot of people don't agree with this, but work is really how I define myself. Am I able to contribute? Am I able to get something to go the way I want it to go? And am I able to see it through? So work is really, for me, I was talking to TD Jakes about this. Work to me is a gift God gave us to see how we want to use the skills, the intelligence, problem solving, creativity that God gave us to define who we are and what we're going to do. So my mom raised 5 kids, and so I'm very connected to women as a nourishment, as the ingredient that holds a family together. And I see so much in our society today where families are being torn apart by whatever reason, right? Like for me, the family unit is vital to my success.
Yeah.
I didn't get married, Stephen, until I was 45 years old. I didn't have kids till I was 51.
Wow.
Because I wasn't ready. And because I had this idea that I was so married to my career and to my dream. That I knew I wasn't in a position to be a good father or a good husband. And so I really delayed that. But I want to tell you, I was wrong. I thought maybe the kids and the marriage would be a distraction. They weren't. They contributed to the creativity and to defining who I really am, giving me even more purpose and more energy.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a guy that's been in discovery for my whole life, still discovering today. Spirituality is the single most important thing in my life, more important than money, the jets, the fame. All that stuff's cool, but nothing is more important than me really understanding who I am, what I'm capable of, and then going out into society and trying to validate that.
Awesome, awesome. I mean, thank you for sharing this part. I'm not sure I've heard this part before. You know, thank you for sharing. My second question is, what fuels your hunger? I mean, I could see, and I've seen you add this into even your family unit. I was watching a short video clip by your daughter. I think it was yesterday, and I'm saying this is the same fire of Grant. I mean, what fuels that hunger? What fuels that? I mean, you have $8 billion and you're still going, and you're doing like you just have $8,000.
Yeah, I do. I kind of operate like and forgive me if there's a big echo in here, but I operate like I'm without anything. You know, I don't take for granted anything that I have or I've earned. You know, in America, we just celebrated this Independence Day in a country where most people have zero independence. And just because you live in America doesn't mean you're free. Somebody says you're free doesn't mean you are. And freedom is something, by the way, white people don't get it either. Like almost nobody has freedom in this country. And it's harder for some groups than other groups, but I can tell you, getting it's one thing, keeping it's another thing. Just because I can get a moment of freedom doesn't mean I keep it. Too much freedom, by the way, can be a problem. So, you know, the free will thing, it's back to like, how am I going to use my gifts? And so that's really what moves me today. I wake up every day. I think nothing of what I've accomplished. Other people think more of what I've accomplished than I do. When you say 8 billion, I'm like, it should be 80 billion. It really should. It really should. You know, I'm buying this piece of art above our bed. Yeah. And I was telling my wife, I said, I want this big piece of art. It's a galaxy. And she said, I don't know if I like it. I said, there's 1 trillion stars in it. I said, we have to go to sleep at night seeing that we sleep beneath these 1 trillion stars, this galaxy. Yeah. And this trillion's the new mark, by the way. I was a billionaire in the making. Now I'm a trillionaire in the making. Yeah. So, you know, and by the way, look, at some point, it's not about the money. I remember when I think I had $100,000 and I thought I was rich. Compared to where I came from, I was rich, by the way. And I had more money coming in. The real freedom was not the 100 grand I had. It was the confidence that I knew more money was coming. And, you know, probably the thing that I value most in my life is I know I have the ability, because of that love of work, I have the ability to create more. You know, when I did the show Undercover Billionaire, Discovery Channel said, hey, could you create $1 million business with no money in 90 days? You can't call your buddies. You can't use your credit card. You can't even use your name. I said, yeah, I know I can do that for sure. Like there was zero concern that I couldn't be.
That was hard though. it was hard for you.
Dude, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. You know, because when you make it the first time, you're making it because you gotta get it, right?
Yeah.
When I was doing that TV show, I was like, I don't need to do this. It's harder to go to work when you got a lot of money than it is to go to work when you're hungry. So that's the new purpose, is like, how do I keep going? How do I keep you know, once I've done what I said I was going to do, how do I find something new to do? You know? See, even when I say that, I'm like, man, that should be a little, there should be a rhyme there. There should be, I meant for the lyrics. I'm waiting for Ye to call me, say, let's go play.
I've signed you on his record label.
Let's go.
That's beautiful. Okay. My next question is for somebody who is watching us right now and hasn't gotten their ticket to come to Dallas or their virtual. By the way, we're going to be having 5,000 people join us virtually. So we have more joining virtually than those who will come physically. Because of course, I'm literally new here, but I'm excited, like, because this was a project for me. I go to Dallas and go put together an event that will cost over $400,000 and see how it works. And I hope you have the chance. I'm about buying my first 54-acre property here in Dallas. We're going to be building houses, single family home, multiple family homes, and we'll have commercial as well. I mean, I'm tired of just Africa. Let's do business here as well.
Come on.
Let's make the billions here as well. And I have a mentor in Grant to show me how to make it happen. So I'm excited. But why should anybody come listen to you on the 16th of July?
Well, I would say to you that the reason to say yes to this event is to say yes to yourself. And it's incredible to me how many people say no to themselves every day. You're not saying yes to Stephen or Grant or the other speakers that are going to be there. You're saying yes to yourself. Number two, I would tell you that your life is not going to change staying home. My life has never, ever improved at my home. I don't get new customers there. I don't make new contacts. My network doesn't expand. Like, if you want to improve the quality of your life, you must improve, number one, your personal self-esteem. And you know, shifting your personal self-esteem is as easy as saying yes to the good things. This is a good thing to do. People spend money on Air Jordans, but they won't spend money to improve themselves. Those Air Jordans are going to wear out before you do. You know, and when you get enough self-esteem, you could be barefooted. I mean, Jesus wore one pair of sandals.
Yes.
He didn't have a whole closet of shoes and belts, and dude, the guy rolled around in one garb. So your self-esteem is an inside job. It's simple as yes. Number two, you have to get around other people that have said yes. So this is like instant coffee or instant tea or instant oatmeal. This is like instant network. There's not a billionaire walking on planet Earth that does not hang out with other billionaires. Okay, poor people hang out with poor people. And it's comfortable, by the way. You were probably invited to a barbecue this weekend. Somebody said, hey, come over Sunday, come over Monday. We're having a barbecue. Bring your own bottle, bring your own food. That ain't a party, folks. A party is when they say you're invited over. Like, I went to TD Jake's 65th. They didn't ask me to bring anything with me. Man, I'm sitting across from LL Cool J. I got P. Diddy's across from me. I'm sitting across from a senator of South Carolina. Like, Steve Harvey's there. Tyler Perry's there. Tyler Perry's 2 chairs. My wife's sitting next to TD Jakes' wife. Like, you know, I'm like, instant network. All I had to do was get there. You spent 400 grand on this event. What do people pay to be at the event?
1,000, but we're giving them discount for 300.
What's the most expensive ticket I can buy?
Most expensive is 20,000.
It's 400 grand cheaper than your ticket. There's not a ticket in the room that's more expensive, Stephen, than what you committed to. So you just cannot do these events for $300. You can't. You can attend it. You can be there. You can actually walk away with $1 billion worth of contacts and $1 billion worth of information and $1 billion worth of inspiration. Not to mention, it's not very common that you get to hang with people that have, put $1 billion on a board. They typically, Elon's not calling most of the people today saying, hey, come on over, hang out with me for a couple hours. If you ever get a chance to do that, why would you say no to it?
Wow.
So then people got to confront, okay, what's holding you back from saying yes to yourself? People say yes to, so many unbelievable bad things. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, vodka. Yeah, I mean, just go down the list. Pornography, Netflix. Dude, why not say yes to something that gives you a shot to be around people that are actually taking a shot? And that's what I would tell people. Come hang out. I do maybe 2 speaking gigs a year. This is the only other public speaking gig I'm doing this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is big.
To learn more, visit www.stephenakintauniversity.com.